Our Bella chapter 39, continuation from 38. Basically, God's just laying the hammer on Job. He says, "Do you know when the mountain goats gave birth or give birth? Do you observe the calving of the does? Can you number the mouths that they fulfill? And do you know the time when they give birth?" I mean, he's telling Job, can you tell, when the goats give birth? Can you tell when the cow, or when the does give birth? Deer. He's basically asking Job, do you know when all these animals give birth? It says, let's see. It says, can you number the months that they fulfill, and do you know the time when they give birth? When they crouch and bring forth their offspring, and are delivered of their young ones become strong, they grow up in the open, they go out and do not return to them. Who has let the wild donkey go free? Who has loosed the bonds of the swift donkey? To whom I have given the arid plain for his home, and the salt land for his dwelling place. He scorns the tumult of the city. He hears not the shouts of the driver. He ranges the mountains as his pasture. He searches after every green thing. Is the wild ox willing to serve you? Will he spend the night at your manger? Can you bind him in a furrow with ropes, or will he harrow the valleys after you? Will you depend on him because his strength is great, and will you leave to him your labor? Do you have faith in him that he will return your grain and gather it to your threshing floor? The wings of the ostrich wave proudly, for are they the pinions and plumage of love? For she leaves her eggs to the earth and lets them be warmed on the ground. God warms them up. God warms the earth to warm the eggs so the babies can be hatched. See, if God can provide for the animals, He can also provide for us. It's just common sense. Forgetting that a foot may crush them, and that the wild beast may trample them, she deals cruelly with her young, as if they were not hers. Though her labor be in vain, yet she has no fear, because that's pretty amazing that even the animals know that God's gonna take care of them. So the animals know that. Shouldn't we? I mean, if God can provide for the animals, He can also provide for us. Let's see here. This is because, it says that she deals cruelly with her young, as if they were not hers. Though her labor be in vain, yet she has no fear, because God has made her. Because God has made her forget wisdom, and given her no share in understanding. When she rouses herself to flee, she laughs at the horse and his rider. Do you give the horse his might? Do you clothe his neck with a mane? So God gives all this to the animals, and it's just awesome. Do you make him leap like the locust? His majestic snorting is terrifying. He paws in the valley and exults in his strength. He goes out to meet the weapons. He laughs at fear and is not dismayed. He does not turn back from the sword. Upon him rattle the quiver, the flashing spear, and the javelin. With fierceness and rage he swallows the ground. He cannot stand still at the sound of the trumpet. When the trumpet sounds, he says, "Aha!" He smells the battle from afar, the thunder of the captains and the shouting. Is it by your understanding that the hawk soars and spreads his wings towards the south? Is it at your command that the eagle mounts up and makes his nest on high? On the rock he dwells and makes his home. On the rocky crag and stronghold. From there he spies out the prey, and his eyes behold it from far away. His young ones suck up blood, and where the slain are, there he is. So 39 is basically just a continuation of 38. God's just saying to Job, and how dare you question my authority? He tells Job, were you here? Were you here when I gave all these animals? Or just say this right. He's saying to Job, were you here when I made all these animals? Were you here, when I made the universe and stars, planets, all this stuff? He's telling Job, he's saying, Job, if you can't answer these things, how dare you question my authority? Because God made all this stuff. God made the entire universe. God made everything. I mean, everything God made. And for Job to question God, it ticked off God. I mean, it did. And God had every right to be mad. And God's just letting into Job, man, like crazy. And God doesn't play. That's why you never question God. you always gotta have faith that you know, look, God controls absolutely everything that happens. He's in charge of. You know, he allows it to happen for a reason. Can't question why. We just know that He's in control. Things are gonna work out for His glory, number one. And if you're truly saved, you know, He will work things out, you know, for the best of you also. You know, but don't question God, man. He knows what He's doing. He doesn't have to, you know, He doesn't have to answer to us. I mean, we're His creation. You know, He's the creator. I mean, the creator doesn't have to answer to His creation. It makes no sense. So don't question God. He knows what He's doing. He's in control. So there you go. So that's something you should. That's something that matters. That you know, God's in control, and everything that happens is for a reason. So. Anyway, that's 39. I'm back with chapter 40 here in a minute.